Ho, ho, ho! Ho, ho, ho! We're going fishing! Well, ho, ho, ho! It's nearly Christmas. G'day folks, it's Ando from Boss Outdoor, sorry, Santa Claus from Boss Outdoor with this week's fishing report. Jingle bells, jingle bells. Well folks, Santa didn't have a lot of luck fishing in front of Boss Outdoor just this morning. Got one mullet. I think that damn Ando caught all the flatties. But anyway, we're going to go out in the tinny and see if we can't find a fish or two. You're coming with. Well, we're just having a cast here, trying to catch a flathead, folks. The beach fishing's been really good. Heaps of brim still on the beach, salmon and tailor, and I hear of a heap of mulloway. So all the beaches from Tathra down to Eden, plenty of fish about. I'm going for a fish this afternoon, well, with Ando, to get a whiting off the beach, so I'll keep you posted on that. But I've heard that there are whiting down at Pambula and around the airport area of Main Beach, and I'm tipping they'll be on most other beaches as well. Salmon and tailor, heaps of tailor, big tailor, especially after dark. I keep banging on about that, but that's when you get them, the big ones. And Chura Beach is definitely producing. And down in around Nullika and Mutrees, down at Twofold Bay, a heap of bronze whalers around, so plenty to do on the beach. So the offshore fishing is hot to trot. Heaps of flatties around still, so if you're drifting over the sand looking for a feed of flatties, I don't think, oh, there's a fish on. We'll talk about the flatties in a minute, we'll just get this fish in first. Not sure what it is, Brenton. Could be a mullet. Feels a bit mulletish. Mullet on soft plastics. Yeah, it's a mullet. It's a nice mullet. Now, a lot of people think you can't catch mullet on soft plastics, but hey, they're a fish and they need to eat. And a soft plastic is a good prawn imitation or a small grub imitation. And these mullet, they actually go pretty hard. If you target them, and you can target them successfully, you can actually have a lot of fun catching them. They're a good fighting fish. They actually taste all right on the barbecue too. Yeah, it's a nice mullet. Look at that, what a beautiful looking fish. How good is that? What a fish. Aren't they just gorgeous? I got one just off the shore earlier. Look at that. What a beautiful fish. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to eat that fish. They are so yummy to eat when they're on the sand flats and they're nice and clean like that. If you get them up the back of the lake, it's a little Daiwa bait junkie that I just caught it on. If you get them up the back of the lake, they can be a bit muddy, but these fish down here are just beautiful to eat, so I'm going to bag this one up. So we'll get back onto those flatties offshore. Brenton's just going to take us back off this flat. We're just drifting this flat, looking for flathead, and ironically catching mullet other than flathead, but that's all right. The flathead offshore, get out in about that 40 metres, but I'll tell you what, sometimes you can get them in close. If you are in Twofold Bay, 25 metres off the chip mill should see you get a good mix of flathead, and out off Marimbula in the bay, similar water, or if you get up off Chura, 40 metres, and I guarantee you, you will get yourself a feed. The weather is mint this weekend, so get out nice and early, good tides, plenty of water over the bar. I'm tipping you're going to have a bit of fun out there. If you want to catch some mowong and snapper, get out off Long Point. So both Haycock around the Horseshoe Reef and Long Point are producing mowong and snapper with nanagai and so on. And there are some massive kingfish around. Heaps of kingies, big kingies. I'm talking 15 to 20 kilo kingies. So have a live bait ready or a squid. Bruce Curry, he's an absolute master. He got himself another one. And guess what he caught it on? A refrozen piece of squid. So good on you, Bruce. What a cracker of a fish. So if you're going out offshore, remember to always wear a life jacket. And we've got a few tips from Rick Matua from the Marine Rescue right now.
Hey everybody, we're coming up to the boating season. Just like to remind you, if you can, wear your life jacket. Of course, your life jackets are required crossing the bar, but when you're out, especially with children, small kids on board, they should always have their life jacket on. Have a safe boating season.
Well, thanks for that, Rick. That's great advice, and hopefully everyone adheres to that. Your life jacket is designed to save your life. Now you'll notice Brenton and I are both fishing this flat. I'm fishing a soft plastic, Brenton's fishing a hard body. We're hedging our bets. If Brenton starts getting fish on hard bodies, I'm changing, and I guess vice versa. So not a bad option if you're fishing with a few mates in a boat. Everyone use something different until you work out what the fish actually want on the day. So if you're shore-based and you're after a kingfish, the two main areas are the Tarthra Wharf and the Marimbula Wharf. You could probably throw in Tura heads as well. Live bait under a float. There's been some big kings moving around. Now I've heard of one absolute horse, hooked but lost, and they're talking a genuine 25 to 30 kilos. That is a massive fish. So maybe if you haven't got a boat and you want to get into this kingfish action, get up nice and early, get your live baits, and maybe drop a live yellowtail under a float around the wharves, and fingers crossed you might hook an absolute beast. Well, there's another part of the bycatch when you're fishing for flathead. It's a nice brim on the soft plastic. I just love fishing the flats. It's so cool. It's all shallow, it's visual. You'll often spook a fish. You'll see blue swimmer crabs, which we have seen already. And that mullet that I caught earlier that I was going to eat, I think I'm going to change my mind and put it in a trap and try and catch a feed of blue swimmers. But right now, I'm just going to get this gorgeous brim in. Hey, how's that? I love catching brim. I love catching everything, actually, let's be clear. But that's special. Ooh. We might release this fish straight away, I think. Well, the Marimbula Lake's fishing awesomely. We've caught mullet, brim, trevally. We still haven't caught that flathead yet. I've hooked a couple and lost them, but I'm working on it. But listen to that trevally crunching away. They're just a ripper fish, I love it. The lake fishing at the moment is just so good. Whether you're in the channel, on the flats, we're moving down past the boat ramp now, but earlier this morning we're up in front of Boss Outdoor, we're over at Mitchie's, Fish Pan, the whole area, there's just fish moving. We can see fish darting out everywhere. I just love it. We're on the rising tide, so we're just using the tide to punch us down the channel, flicking in amongst the oyster leases, flicking over on a sand flat. If you find a bit of a sandy patch in amongst the weed, cast in there. It's just a really nice way to spend a couple of hours. Now, if you're heading up to the top lake, it is on. So we've got lots of tailor, heaps of tailor. We've caught brim up there on soft plastics. We're getting heaps of flatties, some good flatties too. Just the other day, Az got a really nice one. And mulloway, so many little dewies up there. So we went up there the other day and caught some okay fish, went back another couple of days and caught some really little fish. Like I'm talking a tiny micro mulloway. It was so cute. So we're releasing these fish, of course, so they're still there for you to catch. The size limits are, you've got to be over 70 guys, so make sure that they are if you keep one. They are nice eating, but hey, look, what a cool fishery. Throw them back and they'll be there for years to come, and that mulloway fishery will just get better and better. So Marimbula Top Lake, Pambula, fishing well, heaps of flatties, and brim around the racks. Pretty much what Brenton's doing right here, casting in towards the oyster cages and just twitching a lure out or throwing a soft plastic in, or even a gulp crabby on a worm hook, so it's weedless. Bang it right in there tight and wiggle it out and you'll catch brim. It's just the best time of year to be fishing. I just love it so much. So there's no wonder Santa Claus comes to town in December. Okay, so second thoughts, I'm not going to eat that mullet. We're going to use it for crab bait. It's in the pot. Brenton's getting it set up now. We're going to deploy it on the edge of the channel here, and I reckon we're going to get a feed of blue swimmer crabs for Christmas. Yep. Rightio, so while Brenton and I are still on this quest to get this flathead, which is proving quite elusive, we're going to shoot to Leaf for an offshore report because I hear there are some amazing things happening out off the shelf. To you, Leaf.
Well, ho, ho, ho to you too, Endo. Don't you love it when the fat man comes to town? You're not wrong on the fishing front. Wow, the game fishing at the moment is spectacular. The dolphin fish out there are crazy. There's heaps of big fish, so head out to the FAD. We'll get the coordinates of the FAD up there now. There's FADs in both Bermagui and out of Eden. Not too far to go for either way, whether they're fishing out of Tathra or Marimbula. So definitely worth a shot. Yeah, definitely get out there to the FADs early in the morning, catch a dolphin fish on the way out to the marlin grounds. There's been heaps of good marlin caught just on the inside edge of the shelf. So definitely get out there and get hold of there some of those striped marlin. Micah Adams went a little bit deeper the other day and got onto a nice blue marlin as well. So I don't know if that's worth a shot. I think I'd probably stay in on the stripes, but yeah, well done to you, Micah, on that one. So if you're going to chase those striped marlin, get out into that sort of 140 to 160 metres of water on the inside edge of the shelf. Find the bait. The key is to find the bait. It doesn't really matter about anything else. Find the bait on your sounder, drop a jig down, catch a slimy, put it on, and stay in the same grounds. The fish are definitely going to be where the bait are. So wherever you catch the bait, just put it out and do circles around that area. You'll definitely come up tight with a marlin. So if you're out there chasing those marlin around and you can't get some bait, be sure to take a few tuna lures. There's still been a couple of yellowfin tuna getting caught. There's a really nice zero line, pretty much all the way up and down the south coast at the moment. Well worth having a couple of lures for those yellowfin. So that probably wraps things up for the outside fishing report this week. I'll shoot back to you, Ando, and I just want to say thanks so much, Buddha. You've done a great job on these fishing reports. Everyone loves tuning in on a Thursday, so great job. Well done.
Thanks, Leaf. What a fantastic report. Well, that does it for the fishing session, mate. We didn't get a flathead. We should have stayed on the dock where Chris Carmodinov just caught one right here. That would have been handy.
Definitely, definitely.
Anyway, look, it's been a fantastic year. On behalf of the Boss team, we'd like to thank everyone for your support over the year. We want to wish you a Merry Christmas and all the best for the new year. And if there's anything else you need to know about hooks, tackle, and if you find out where those flatties are, please let me know. And look, just thanks again from the whole Boss team. And if you need anything, come into the store so we can hook you up.